This is Brothers Talking Shit podcast, and we're gonna do the intros and stuff in a minute, but we got to do this right now. So we just got finished watching this video in Philadelphia, West Philly. We don't know all the facts of it right now, but it's a video of a man getting shot, walking towards the police. It seems that he has a knife in his hand. They tell him to put a knife down. We see the cops backing up from him. He ends up getting shot. How y'all feeling about it? Real quick, let's go.
So it's my thing. You got all your family members and everything else around. Nobody is wanting to take that risk of holding this person back, of potentially, well, not potentially because he's dead, but potentially stopping the situation.
I don't know if that's been confirmed. I don't know if that's been confirmed, Jake.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
I think he's dead too. I think that has been confirmed.
I can see the video. The other part is where's the less lethal, right? For the officers, right? Understand, yes, a man's coming at you with a deadly weapon, but your escalation of force, it's where it should start. All right, let's go from taser. If he's beating the shit out that taser, excuse my language, if he's beating that taser and he's still walking, then you go to the next level. There are possibly 3 to 4 officers there. Y'all can
we see 2. I seen 2 from the beginning. I seen 2.
Why are we talking about the cops? Fuck that. Fuck that.
Go ahead.
Fuck out of here.
Okay.
There was literally 10 fucking people who ran in the fucking street when he goddamn went. Was that his mom's who threw her phone at the cops?
It looked like
she ain't fucking tackle him. We're all these fake ass tough guys who was gonna goddamn get to them. Oh yeah, you know what they wasn't doing? They wasn't trying to get fucking stabbed. That's what the fuck they were doing.
They were recording.
Matters none, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You shouldn't have been coming at somebody with a fucking knife who had a gun. I don't care if it was a cop. I don't care if it was y'all. I don't give a fuck if it was a goddamn 4-year-old. Don't do it. Why would you do this?
Right.
If it was
just not smart.
The de-escalation shit, we could argue it all day. So fucking what? But you gotta sometimes want to save yourself. The first rule of life is self-preservation. Where was his self-preservation at? He don't get no motherfucking pass from me today. Nah, bro. That shit was stupid. That ain't need stop killing us in the streets. Like, yo,
that's suicide.
Are backing up from you. The girls are here too.
Down.
We ready? We ready to let them in? I'm dead.
Put the knife down 10 times.
Bruh.
Screaming.
They ran around cars trying to avoid you, and you ain't stopped.
Yeah.
You tripping.
I'm not saying he deserved it, but their reasoning behind that shit is righteous. Like,
I don't think you can put that. You can't put that in the same category as these other situations. I feel like
hell no. No way, shape, or form you could put those in there because these guys avoided. They try to avoid the whole situation of not being the next Breonna, not being the next George. They avoided that. They're trying to go around doing that, and they pretty much like us. They want to fucking go home to their families. So
where's the consciousness? Let me get some room, Jake. Where's the consciousness of like, yo, my mother's out here, right? I'm the aggressor in this situation. If they decide they want to let off, bullets don't have no names. You feel me? Like mom's out there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what up? What up?
You feel me? Like that's how that shit was crazy.
And then the dude in the car, yo, watch my wheels.
Hey, buddy.
What? Watch my wheels? Like, well, how the hell are you gonna say watch my wheels? And you out there recording, talking about if you know this dude is mentally unstable, then you need to get out there and explain.
Oh no, I ain't getting. If he got a knife, he got the knife. Like you gotta let them.
None of them wanted to get jigged. Yo,
what I'm saying is the family members. Nobody wanted to get poked.
Let me tell you something. If Rel wilding out, brother, like I love him to death. If he wilding out with a knife, I'm not getting in the way of his. He's 200 pounds. I'm not getting in the way of him with a knife.
I am.
If he,
I'm gonna put it like this. You also not factoring in.
He's not gonna stab me.
If he
you don't know what I'm saying. That I'm talking about being hypothetical in regards to that situation.
I'm not saying I'm gonna give him some space, but I'm gonna try to step in between him.
Oh yeah, I'm not. No, if the law's out there, no, I'm not letting them Well, I'll knock his ass
right.
out. You know what I'm saying? I'd take him
spearing his ass.
No, I'll knock him out first.
All right, now look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna give it some more time. There's gonna be some more information that's gonna come out. So we're gonna give it some more time. We're about to go to this. Give us a few minutes. We're gonna go to this next situation. We're about to start the podcast for real, for real.
I wouldn't hit
Tony B. Tony B. Jim Bunny.
Hey y'all.
What's
up? What's going on?
Huh?
You ain't stop?
No, you want me to stop it?
Yeah, stop it. Good evening. It's a lot going on right now. I can dig it. If you don't know, after the 116 episodes, this is Brothers Talking Shit podcast. And after 116 episodes, you should know. If you don't, I'm gonna let you know who I am. I'm the Flesh Man, also known as the Fat Boy. Still calling you Broadish, and I'm still your Huckleberry.
And I'm Rel, aka Iceberg Shorty, aka the King of Controversial Comments. I said what I said. I'm at where I'm at, and I am on one today. Let's go.
Hey man, you know it's your homie boy Drew, aka the Charm Guy, aka Juice. Hey, I'm looking forward to tonight. I'm ready to pod. I ain't talked some shit in probably 48 hours. I'm looking forward to this.
What's good? It's your boy Jay, Big Belly Rude Boy, 2 times. My cup is full and I'm ready to get it.
The boy JB, here before 9. I'll pass it to the one and only, none other.
It's your guy Cool Mike, aka Dr. Mike, aka the People's Podiatrist, also known as your favorite foot doctor. Right?
Right.
Everybody know about the new nickname alert. And if you don't know, we're gonna come into you now. Cause we some earth shakers. We some 40 acre takers.
We are.
Yep.
We that.
And we some collective generational curse breakers.
Oh,
and
yes,
we're coming
indeed.
to you from the prophetic podcast, Brothers Talking Shh. And we got some special guests tonight.
With your cool ass.
Here.
Ladies.
Now y'all muted. y'all muted.
Okay. Can you hear us now?
We can't hear Jen.
I can't hear Jen.
Jennifer, you're still muted.
You're muted.
You're still muted.
It's always one. It's always.
She's still muted.
Yo. Stop talking.
Unmute yourself.
Stop muting. Look, stop muting me.
That's funny.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Good.
Okay. Great. I'm Jim Bunny.
I'm Tony B.
And I'm B.
And we are
the group
live. And it probably wasn't all unison.
I'm so used to y'all being in the same room.
Right. Hey, friends.
Yeah, we are used to being in the same room.
Hey, friends.
Hey, Bessie.
Hey, friends.
Houston, Texas. Hey, y'all.
What's up, ladies? Long time coming. It's good to have us all back in the same space. Let's get to it. So I'm gonna throw a couple things out there, and I just kind of I want to see how y'all feel about a couple names that I throw out there. So I just want reactions. Tory Lanez.
Fraud.
Little man syndrome. Little man syndrome. He got a
big imagination.
He do.
He's a fraudulent person. I really don't know. I'm really confused, honestly. Maybe I should say that. That's my word, confusion. Because when I heard his account of the story, and then I read up on what else happened, I'm like, well, what really did happen? The truth got to be somewhere. She got shot for some reason. Somebody did it, but no one, he said he didn't. And I don't know how you can deny that, but he is.
Jeb?
Confusion, I guess, because I heard about the best friend. She was playing with they was fighting over the gun. So was he fucking with the best friend? I don't know. I wasn't there. That's all I can say. I wasn't there.
All right. How about Kamala Harris?
Auntie.
She's gonna be
Auntie.
Even though she's auntie, she's gonna be able to show people that it can't happen. If something different can happen. Like Charlamagne talked about this morning, she's gonna show people a change. Now she does have to downsize herself a little bit just because of Biden's kind of old-fashioned ways, but she is gonna like bring some innovation and some new. We gotta kind of let go of her past and kind of think about it now, because she was a bitch before.
Fashion ways that
That was
motherfucker
her
is 30
job,
years old.
though.
Yeah, it could be your job, but your job don't always have to be for you to be a hard ass. Sometimes you could use your job and your platform to do right. You could have did reforming instead of just innovate. It's a lot of like jail doesn't necessarily mean you fix the person.
I just think that when people are leaders, it never does. But I think that when you are a leader or when you're a person in charge, someone's going to have a problem with some job. She was a judge, and if she had to send people to jail for doing dumb shit, then that's what she had to do. I don't understand that. But I think that she's going to be a good politician, though. I like her. I don't know if I would. Well, never mind. I'm going to keep that up. Yeah, I think she's going to be a good politician.
All right, Jen, you got something? All right, let's get to the juicy shit. Y'all ready? We done played around a little bit too much. Now, what ended up happening, y'all, was I got a list from Tony, right? A topic she wanted to talk about. And the first one that stuck out to me was, why won't black men protect black women? And I find that to be a very interesting question. I'm gonna go first. You fucking with the wrong man. Like I'm all about protecting every woman that's in any space, like any woman that means anything to me. I'm all about their protection and them being okay. Like I think my most fearful thing is not being able to protect when they need that protection. I think that's the scariest thing imaginable, whether it's my wife, my aunts, my sisters, my daughters. That's the scariest thing in the world to me, is to not be able to be that for them and for something to happen to them in this world and me not protect them.
That's very true, but I think it's kind of like a two-sided trade. Like the Megan Thee Stallion thing kind of like really showed people's colors, because it's a matter of, oh, I like her, but she might be lying. Or I like her, or what if she made him mad? Or I like her, or what if it was her who provoked it? She was drunk, or what was she was jealous? Y'all don't know how to keep y'all mouth closed. Y'all need to do this, or y'all need to do that. It's a lot of that, when we could both say, what if they both were the blame? And as a man, he should have taken taken the initiative and been the leader in the situation and said, you know what, this shit is out of control. But he already put himself in a bad place when he was so drunk that you couldn't control your emotions. And nothing is worse than a drunk man who cannot control his emotions. Because the number one thing that should be able to protect the black woman is a man who has a clear mind. And if you're so drunk you can't control your emotions, if some shit really popped off, you couldn't have protected none of us. If it had not been you, had it been an intruder, you couldn't have protected us. Had the laws came, I would have had to try to make some shit up, because you are now the black man in a situation that are antagonizing the police. Like, you're not doing your job. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. Now, is that a lot to put on the black man? Yes. I apologize. That's a lot to put on the black man. But that's just how the roles kind of play themselves out. And that's the expectation. As for me, I don't date men like that. I don't date men that are not gonna stand up for the cause. That's just not my type of man. I'm a type of person, I don't like men that I feel like I'm gonna be the real nigga in the situation. Meaning that I feel like it's me who gonna do the protecting. So I typically date aggressive men. So that's not me in my situation. But for those women that like weak men like that, I don't understand why. Because he can't protect you. And what is his purpose as a man?
Go ahead, Juice.
He's a little too aggressive, though. Go ahead, Juice.
I think it's well, first off, we have something on the show we've been doing recently when we have sensitive conversations. So this is a trigger alert, because I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say is gonna piss y'all off.
Trigger alert.
I might fucking make y'all mad. Charm guy don't give a fuck. But
oh, y'all know I don't care.
It's a weird situation because I don't think we have protection of black women, but I don't think we have clear-cut examples of what a black man is. And until we find out and carve that out, then we'll be able to raise and give an example to what a black man should be. Because a lot of the examples, and I agree with you, Tony, people true colors came out, women and men, as far as victim shaming this young lady. Because I don't give a fuck what's popping off. My woman, any woman I fuck with can't take me. And if she can, she's probably not a woman. So I'm just saying, unless she's a bodybuilder, and I only deal with women that was born with vaginas. But for the most part, man, I feel like this is like most people have grown up in our community. We've seen dysfunctional. We've seen a dysfunctional household. You've seen your mama or some young lady all snapping and going off on somebody. So that's where you pull that example from. It doesn't make it right, but we've seen that. Young boys have seen this. They've seen that the only way to resolve situations is to act like this and behave like this in the absence of any kind of man. So when you have a situation like this, and I've always said this with the black community, it is primarily a matriarch society. You won't have any protection of the black woman because everybody is basing their behavior and characteristics off black women who have, it's not, look, I'm not victim shaming on that either. A lot of black women have had to deal in situations where they don't have a man around. They've had a kid with some nigga. They didn't know what the fuck this nigga was going to be on. He didn't deal. She confused. She found the next nigga. The next nigga coming sweet talking. She didn't have a baby with him. You see how that shit go? Like this happens. But I think what I did not like seeing was that once we put a tagline out there, everybody goes with it. Oh, there's no protection of black women. But what the fuck does that mean? Are we really talking about the situation? And are we really dealing with the situation and trying to see why? Are we taking their situation and really applying it to black women who really don't have no protection, that wasn't even in that situation, is getting their ass beat? Like it's a lot to unpack here for us to just say that black women aren't being protected like in totality. I think that's kind of
And I think it's two-sided too, because black men are not protected enough either.
Let me ask this real quick. Let me ask this real quick. How when you're as women, right? When you're the list you got of what you look for in a man, what place does that get the protection of how he makes you feel in that way? Where does that fall? Because for real, it feel like looking at things, weak men are winning. So if money and those things are what's most important, and we're not, and that's not considered to be a important trait, you kind of knew what you was dealing with when you start fucking. You can see the shit. You get what I'm saying?
What exactly is a weak man though? Like what exactly, you say weak? What exactly is a weak man though?
You have to tell us.
Man, listen. For me, hold on. For me, hold on. Okay, but I want to say that.
Nobody cares what another man feels about him. Okay. I want to hear from women, bro. Like nobody cares.
Fine.
It's a man that I just feel that at any time, like I'm not protected in any means, be it mentally, spiritually, financially. A man that cannot lead is a weak man to me. And a rich man does not necessarily mean that is a leading man. There are misguided rich men who couldn't lead a donkey to water.
Right.
Every man is not meant to be a leader.
Yes, but every man is meant to. But in order for him to run a household and to be the head of a household, he needs to be a leader and find that leader within him. That's saying every man ain't meant to be a leader. That's like saying every person ain't meant to be a millionaire. You put your time into what you do. You got the same 24 the next person got. If they got that 24, you got the 24. You do what you want to do. You put that energy out. You put your work into it. You can lead. You're gonna lead in a different capacity. You got to lead in a different way. The type of leader I need and the type of man I need isn't the same as Jeannie and Britt. Because what I think is a weak man, they don't think is a weak man. What I think is a man that has a good job or a man's job is different than they think. The things that I think are right to do in a relationship are different. So that go who is a leader and who not. It
depends on your right. But I think if you look at Tory Lanez reacting off of emotions, the fact that this woman, if this is what it was, if she want to leave, first of all, I don't want you to be around me if you don't want to be around me, period. So if you feel like you got to get out of a vehicle and take a walk, then I feel like you need to. I have no issue with that. I'm not chasing you at all. You get what I'm saying? So I think the definition of a weak man is that situation right there. But we do want to hear from the other two ladies. My bad.
B, you want to say something?
No, Jennifer, you go first.
I don't really have a definition of a weak man because I mean that shit don't. He can lead in other acts. What'd you say?
I said you have an interesting perspective because of what you said about you gonna be the one that's have to fight for y'all.
Oh yeah, I knew that's what you was thinking about.
Exactly.
So you feel like, hold on. So you feel like you got to fight for your man? You feel like you want to know you had to fight for it?
So tell people what you said.
This guy that I'm interested in. I'm whatevering. We're not friending. We're whatevering. So I said there's some shit pop off. Like I'm gonna have to be the one to handle it, and I'm fine with that, baby. It's okay. I'll handle it.
Nah.
And I'm gonna take care of it.
Why are you fine with
Are you handling it?
Why
are you handling it?
No, we can't let her get that
That's what I said.
No. We can't let her get that shit off.
You gotta be a little bit more clear.
But I told her.
Hold on. What about him makes you feel that way though?
Right.
That he wouldn't be. That he wouldn't be.
He's a leader in other aspects, like business wise. I could come to him and talk about business stuff.
You fucking lying.
Yeah, business wise, I could talk to him about business stuff and
Tony going in.
other stuff. But
that's crazy.
When it comes to like, he's never been aggressive, or he's not like an angry type. I've never seen him angry. So maybe because I've never seen him angry, I don't know what he do.
Have you seen him in a situation?
Carry a joint?
Have you seen him in a situation of
Juice, I need you to say what you always say, Juice.
No, I actually respect
I need you to
her.
say it, Juice.
I respect her. I'm gonna tell you why. Because what it sounds like is you found somebody that's applicable to what you want. And so in that case, if that's how she feels about it, I think that's okay. That's what you want. You probably looked at the terrain. You see what applies to you, what's going to satisfy you, and you go with that. And Tony, that's a great point. Each woman has a different definition of what weak is and what strong is. It's whatever she needs. If a woman like that finds what she needs in her life, and it works fine, that's okay, because it may not be a nigga who's just ready to pull out a pistol and fight somebody or whatever it may be. It could
don't always mean that's the best guy.
I would hope.
It don't always say. It don't always.
And don't worry, I've been through that too. I've had that nigga too.
I will hope that man wants to protect you at all costs, but I don't really have a problem with that. At all. I think the thing is, I don't even want to talk about Tory and Megan no more. I just want to talk about everyday Black relationships and how they work. Because
and her boyfriend are a prime example of a Black man protecting his woman. Sad situation, but he said Breonna Taylor's boyfriend. He said in an interview, he said all I could think was I had to make sure she was okay. Right. So he came out the room first. Those little social norm things are things I look for. What side of the street we walking on?
Right.
Opening that door when we sit. Are you a man that sit with your back to the door? Are you a man that don't look around? Your surroundings are there. Are we sitting at lights and there's nobody around us and it's after one at night?
Head on the swivel, baby.
Them lights
I got a question.
Do he make sure when we get in the car that I'm in the car, he locked the door and then walk around to his door? Like little stuff like that. Like, oh, you can pull up. He ain't no pull up type person. Mm-hmm. Everybody don't know me. That's a leader. That's somebody that's protecting me. Tory made that situation so accessible. It gave too many people an opinion, and they probably was having some bullshit ass argument, and you and your feelings about that shit.
You choose a dude that's 4'11" and you what, 5'9", 5'10", right? So he has some insecurity issues.
He said he is not 4'11". He is 5'5".
4.
Do
He's in the
not do him like that. That is what he said. It's not
That
4'11".
nigga 4'11.
5'5" or something like that.
If he 5'7", then I'm 6'4" out this
I want to say he's short, so he got insecurity issues. So obviously, you go and get with one of the tallest women in the game, and she allowed it. So obviously, they had a connection or whatever.
But she was embarrassed.
She was embarrassed. She chose the wrong person. Now, when she wanted to choose the right person, only thing she had to do is come to Brothers Talking Shit podcast and look at Big Belly Rude Boy, and I'm gonna take care of you.
Hold on now, listen now.
Hold
on, that's funny though, because if a man, let's say it was a man,
he showed how weak he was when she asked to get out the car, and you got mad and you shot at her. Like
True.
if I'm telling you, like, fam, I'm finna walk away because you pissing me off. Let me just walk away. People gotta let folks know walking away. Like, let me go, because
we don't know, Tony, that really happened like that. We don't really know. We weren't there, so we can't really say she got out of the car because she was mad and wanted to walk away. We don't really know what happened.
I don't think people change their opinion.
I didn't hear
Tori started talking. If Tori went and never said anything, I don't think people would have changed their opinion about it. I think they still would have supported Megan. But then Tori got on there crying and shit, and making this CD, which I feel bad, but I have heard like 1 or 2 joints on there, and it's kind of live. But yeah, I feel like he was a hoe in the situation. Like, shut up, you talking to? He ain't even talking.
Hey, but can we talk about something? I want to be a little controversial right now. I do want to say this. We talk about the protection of Black women. I think we do need to protect Black women. I'm gonna protect my Black woman. So Megan, I'm just putting it out there. You need some protection. I got you.
You stay shooting this shot.
I have a situation where, and I've said it many times on this podcast before, where when I was growing up, I saw all the women as aggressors. I saw all the women as players. I saw all the women as macking and all that shit, fighting and all that shit. And I seen women throw some hands. So I think I've seen that more in a domestic dispute than I've seen men hitting women. I know for a fact there are often times where women of especially Megan's size that get with your ass. Like, for real, dog. Like, hey, dog, I went to Worthing High School in Sunnyside, my nigga. Hey, a chick will throw them hands with you. What then? So it's like if you in the situation, huh?
I didn't know you went to Worthing.
I went to Worthing, Evan E, bro. I seen chicks take they fucking shirt off, leave the bra, like, what's up, nigga? Like, and get you.
I'm sure you did that.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like we talk about the protection of Black women, but we seldomly leave out how many situations where these Black women, you get the right one, will beat your fucking ass if you get into the right situation. So let's say I'm playing devil's advocate. If she is the type of chick, 1 or 2 drinks to get her wild, she 5'11", thick. Them hands probably hurt when she get the swinging. I ain't saying shoot her. I'm not saying that you should never do that. But let's just take Megan and him out of it. Let's say you take 2 people of the same stature, and the nigga's a bus driver for Metro, and the other one, she a damn nurse, and she started getting with this nigga. What is he realistically going to do in this situation?
Well, for me,
this is a really good segue, I want to say, because we did want to talk about this. We had this conversation amongst ourselves about when do we teach our sons, when is it okay, or if it's okay to teach our sons to defend themselves and hit women back. And we had, an array of things. So I love that he brought that point up. And I do understand, defending yourself. And what do you do? It depends on your upbringing. Like, what are you supposed to do if a woman puts her hands on you?
It depends. Exactly what you just said is that it's either you remove yourself from the situation, or I was reading on it, and it's what is called the slave master's mentality. You're gonna fight back, and you're going to, put your hands on that woman. Go ahead, Neef, my bad.
No, for me, I'm quick to I'll leave. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got no problem in ruling. Now
That's gonna
I think
piss
another
me
thing that
off.
happens is some women don't want you to leave.
What you say?
You know what I'm saying? Like some
That's
women
gonna
don't.
Exactly,
piss them
Tony.
off.
Exactly.
You said, did you say,
That's gonna make some women fire even worse.
Come
Like
on, come on.
it's gonna
Talk.
start hitting them
Yes.
in they gonna start hitting you in the back. They gonna start hitting you in the head. They gonna start throwing stuff at you. Then what do? As a mother raising a
Get thrown
son,
across the
what do
room.
I tell my son to do if a bitch put her hands on him
but
and he turned around and walk out the house and that only makes it worse. Like
why?
what do
Why is
you
that
do?
making it worse? If you
Because
try
they
to,
emotional creatures, bro.
no, no, I'm asking for the woman. Why does that make it
Well,
worse?
Tony, tell your what your opinion was and how you want to raise your son, and then I'm saying mine because I don't agree.
I am a
Like
get
What?
your
what I
lick
would
back.
try.
Get
Are
your
you asking
lick
the
back.
guys? Or? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do not get your lick back. Don't let nobody hit up on you like that. I'm from Dallas. So in Dallas, women are tend to become aggressive. And I've seen the back and forth. That's number one reason why I absolutely not date a man from Dallas because I don't like that kind of confusion. But I also don't believe in letting someone put their hands on you. I don't agree with that. I do not agree with letting a woman hit you just because she know when the police come, somebody's gonna pick you up and not him because they gonna automatically side with the woman. So hell yeah, I am all in agreement. Get your league back. I can admit I have been you trying to leave and I have thrown something, tried to be the aggressor, and in that moment, if he wanted to go back and forth with me, he had every right because I should have let that nigga go because he kept telling me, let me go. Like, let me go. Like, fam, I'm finna leave. You mad, you overreacted. The situation is escalating, and because you chose to walk away, that pissed me off more. I know in that situation, I antagonized the situation. And had he had not a level head to be like, this girl is just tripping, that could have went a different way with a different man. It had been a Tory situation. I would have been in a situation, and I can't be mad about that. So when I see women like, oh, well, he da da da, I hit him and he hit me back. Shit, bitch, he got his lick back. He got his lick back. Get your lick back. I'm not gonna teach my son to let a little girl keep hitting on him. Oh, that's a love tap. Oh, she just like you. Love don't hurt. Love don't hurt, and you're not gonna be hitting my son because you think he.
IT.
It's cool until the tables turn and like your physicality as a man comes into play. So the hit back thing is that's inevitable, right? But I don't feel like it's fair to even give a young man that option. Like an example was I think we talked about this recently. Joe Mixon, he was a running back in college, right?
Mhm.
Girl slapped him or did whatever,
Yes.
and he big handed her one time. You know what I'm saying? Broke her. What was it? Her eye orbit and her jaw.
He
One,
broke
Wow.
out of her face, like
yeah,
I.
one hit. You know what I'm saying? So I get what y'all saying because I'm on
Don't
both
say
sides.
y'all. That's her opinion because I don't agree with
Oh,
that.
so I'm
But yeah,
right.
go.
So I'm on both sides. So I have three daughters and one son, right? And my son and his sister, his youngest is his baby sister, they siblings, right? But they at the point now where she up and she moving, she's about to be two. She go for it, take his toys, all that. So they get into their little skirmishes, right? He just recently, like I think he like knocked her down or something like that. Not even, but we had to tell him like, look, that ain't gonna never fly. You know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't your sister, like you don't want to put your hands on a woman because our strength is different than y'all. So that equates to a whole different uh that equates to a whole different level of contact. So I understand what you're saying about getting your lick back, but my lick could break your nose.
But how many
I don't
times do he let her keep hitting him? Like how
Listen,
many times do
he
allow
gonna
him
be
to press
you
him?
leave.
That's
I
that's
tell him, I said, go away. Leave her alone.
Okay,
Dad,
so
she
you're
took my
saying that
toy.
to a
Yeah.
man, and a man has to do that, but that's the same way when a woman is with a man that's beating
right.
on her
So
and he keep hitting on her over and over. You could tell her to leave, but your heart not gonna go nowhere. It's the same situation. It's like You weigh more. You weigh one higher than the other. We study a lot domestic violence. People focus mainly on women. There are
This
a
is
lot
true.
of men that women beat on.
Beat on,
So,
right?
so to say this, Tony. So to say this,
on men's ass, and we don't talk about it because we think, oh, he a man, he should just get up and walk away. He's the man in the situation. But just like women look, there are some overly emotional men that love hard too and cannot walk away from them situations.
absolutely. And
can we just agree
not,
that nobody wants to be hit? I don't give a fuck what your goddamn on gender is.
I'm with that.
Nobody likes to be hit. Nobody wants to be hit. Don't fucking put your hands on me. I won't put my hands on you, and we are all cool. Good.
Yeah, that's
no one likes to be hit.
That's
it. I don't want to get hit by a man or woman.
We gotta communicate better too.
I'm cool with
I don't have a son, but I want to put. Okay. I don't have a son, but I wouldn't want to put my son in a situation knowing that me telling him this could mess up the rest of his life and him be at fault if I'm telling him to get his lick back. I don't want to do that. And then I look back on how me and my brother were raised. Although, we didn't grow up in an environment where there was abuse or anything like that. My mama always told us, she told me to defend myself, and she preached to him, don't get yourself caught up in any situations like that, and to navigate away from toxic situations. And fortunately, I've never been in a situation like Tony. I've never put my hands on someone else, and I've never had a man even attempt to put his hands on me, no matter what the situation was. And I don't know if that's like picking a partner, how you pick them, or how that goes. But I've never been in a situation like that. So I choose to teach my kids to stray away from toxicity in that sense. Now, them cheating, being fuck niggas is totally different. You can't really avoid that shit sometimes. But like, as far as like violence and stuff is going, that's like a no understanding, nothing at all. If y'all have to resort to things like that, then you don't need to be the other bitch.
Yeah, I think you said something.
I can't hear you, Tony. Y'all think keep going off.
That was a learned behavior
my
though,
bad.
to get away
Tony,
from
I can't hear
toxic
you.
people.
Tony,
That was something learned as we got older, to get away from toxic people. And you don't just run into toxic people just like, oh, I'm not gonna, you look toxic off real. Like, that shit don't happen. You actually start talking to them.
Motherfuckers have toxic traits. Like,
but you have to talk to them first. You have to talk to them first.
No, but when you see violence, or people show you who they are. People show you who they are. People show you who they are. It's up to you if you want to ignore the signs or not. Like with your situation, you saw signs, you might have ignored them, but they're him being possessive, him not wanting to do this, him being these are all signs that people choose to ignore, and this is not normal and this is not right.
Yeah, that was in college though. Now we know that it's not right. But in college, nobody wasn't thinking about that shit. They was not thinking about that shit.
That's a fault though.
Was not thinking about that.
So like now today, your new situationship or whatever it is, right? Your new aim. You've already acknowledged the things that you think.
I was
right. You already know if some shit jump off. That, what I'm saying, you might have to be the one. And that shit
I think I just feel like that because he's.
That's my point. You feel that way.
You feel that way.
You feel. That's my point. It won't get better with time.
It came from somewhere.
I think that's what it is, Tony.
And normally she's used to very rah men that are open with the shit.
Right.
Now with the man,
he's not.
Which is also a trait that you was attracted to, that you was literally into. Right? You're still making my point. Either way you slice it.
Welcome back.
No type. I date them all. I don't have no type.
Listen, that don't mean.
No type.
But just because he's like that,
no
just because he's like that, and he hasn't
I
shown
ain't got
that,
no
doesn't.
type.
Just because he's like that,
I try them all.
Just because he's like that, hasn't shown that, doesn't mean he don't got that in him though. And
true.
Yeah, he might do.
And another thing is,
he look like he could be broken in half though. He's so little.
Shit.
I'll be scared for him.
God damn it, man.
Another thing is,
I hope bro don't tune in.
Baby, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take care of it.
Listen,
He's just so little.
I think that's what it is. He's so little, and he's not rah. He's not with the. He's not with the shit. He will literally walk off from your ass. Literally, he will walk. Not. I'm talking about like size wise. He's little body size wise, not height. He's taller than me and everything, but he's just like really skinny.
Like he can still fit little boys' clothes.
With the last time that happened,
like
you know what I'm saying?
Put that thing on his hip. Let that man live.
I mean, he's just little.
Let that man
He's
live.
little.
Man.
He's just.
Last time a little man got with a bigger woman, got shot. Like, come on, yo. She got shot.
You been petty.
Queen stages at JC Penney.
But yo.
His dick good though. That's all that matters.
All right.
That's all that really matters.
Here we go.
Okay, so as we proceed,
I thought I'd bring y'all back.
It's a family. It's a family.
Hey.
It's a family podcast.
Oh God.
Every fucking time, bitch, it's always deep.
This is family
Lord.
podcast.
Excuse me.
but
Y'all can
people
bleep
will-
that part out.
My daughter
All it
listens.
is, we can't say stuff.
My
My
mother gonna be in the comments next week.
How old is your daughter?
Mama say hey.
She sure is. She gonna say, "Get your money in." She might start following.
Yeah,
you.
tell your
She
mama
definitely
say
gonna-
hey.
she
Tell her
definitely
follow
gonna
the
start
Pink
following
Handbook.
Right.
Yeah,
She might start.
follow
She
you.
might start listening to your podcast.
Yeah, say hey. Follow us.
Stepdaddy.
May I ask something that's really important?
Way worse
I
than
know
that.
you're trying to transition me, and I know you're transition to another topic, but I do want to throw this out there: is that often we're not having a discussion. Like I talk with my daughter. My daughter's 14, so we actually are having conversations about relationships and what you should look for, what's good, what isn't good. You know, how and when should you take even a relationship serious? You know, now at 35. I started to really see a lot of information that I just fucking missed, you know, as far as choosing a mate, you know, what do you intend to get from this person? How do they compliment you in your walk? See, a lot of this shit, if we get this shit right off that, we ain't got to worry about you. Because you going to take some shit. You're going to take some shit. But if somebody ain't even they're not applicable to your journey. They're not applicable to where you're going. Y'all culture is different. Y'all going to be fighting. But I'm going to put it to you like this. I'm not putting my hands on no woman. I'm calling the police. If you hit me, I'm calling HPD. And bitch, you're going to jail. I know I'm not supposed to say bitch on here. I said that I wasn't going to say it. But we're talking about somebody's hitting me, right?
Those
You're
words are
going
applicable, Juice. Bitch, you're going
It's
to jail.
applicable. Bitch is applicable right now. You're going to
Can I
jail.
call him
And
one?
I'm going to make
Can I call
I'm
him
a
one?
veteran. I'm
Go
going to
ahead,
throw all
cool,
that shit.
cool. Let it go, cool. Go ahead, cool.
Funky dog face.
Yeah, you going to jail. Going to jail.
But no, that's all I got, Nick. Go ahead.
That's true. It's a learned behavior. And I think some of us grow up seeing relationships and we try to take their relationship and try to either do something different or do just the same, and we don't know enough about the in and outs. My mama did not have the sex talk with me. My daddy just told me I didn't have pussy from all over the world, and I only value the ones that didn't give it up to me, and that was it. So I didn't have the sex talk. It was either don't bring a baby home, and that was it. So I was scared out of having sex because I had got whooped for my friend writing a letter, and then my mama just made it seem like you was gonna get pregnant, so the conversation wasn't had. So dating wasn't an option. So I learned a lot of things from my friends. My friends taught me what to do and what did I want. And then I took that and was like, okay, this is the kind of man I want because my stepdaddy did this, or my granddaddy or my uncles did that. So we got to start teaching our daughters. When you said you talk to your daughters, that's what Black young ladies need now. They need their daddies, their uncles, their dad's friends, those men to talk to them, to tell them their worth, to put it in their mind that Instagram likes don't mean you a bad bitch. Instagram likes don't equivalent to a badass bitch until you got some shit behind your name so you can do something. You got some brains in your head. That's what Black girls need. We wouldn't even have these Megan and these Cardi and these mulatto kind of situations because those are some of the things that they're lacking. Not to degrade them, not to anything, but those are things that I lacked and I had to mature on. So those are things you got. Them daddy conversations. Black men need to bring that back to the table. Start having them real ass conversations with y'all daughters about these fuck ass niggas out here. Start calling y'all fuck ass friends out for being trash ass daddies and trash ass husbands and trash ass boyfriends. Stop helping y'all homeboys cheat. Stop helping them be trash ass daddies and shit. That's what that's how you can protect a black woman.
Yo.
Yo, I was with her. I was rocking with her.
You was spitting for a minute.
I was rocking with her. Now listen, hold on real quick, because I do want to hold on.
Yo, that shit was maybe like around the horn, yo. That shit was maybe
hold
like
on, bro. I
horn.
do want to go somewhere else, but the misconception, this cheating thing. I don't want to go into it because there's so much we got to cover. But I just want to say one thing that I think women don't get. Men don't talk to each other like, dog. I've never
dirt by your lonely, dog.
I've never influenced the guy to cheat. It's none of my business. Whatever you do is your business. I've never sat back here and said, yo, bro, you don't need to do that. You're grown. You out here, you do whatever you want to do. I never said, bro, yo, you need to go cheat on your girl. That's not conversation men have. We don't have that conversation like, yo, you need to do, bro, you don't need to be doing. That's one of them things that you just mind your motherfucking business on. Period.
Because you ain't gonna be the one invited to the barbecue when this all said and done.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
Do we have a segment when we talk about this? Because I think we need to talk about you.
I can't come to the goddamn barbecue no more because I done said something and y'all gonna stay together. This shit all fucked up. I like my chicken. I'm not saying eat motherfucking
y'all niggas side bitches. So you
hold on.
Tell me y'all don't be doing
bro, mute.
Hold on, because listen, I got something else I really, really want to jump into.
Tony, you too much for them. They talk about mute.
Listen, you already know.
Jen and B, y'all can come back. We all say we need 67% of group chat.
Hey, I'm with
Tony. Nobody
Tony.
does that, Tony. Nobody does that.
Your homeboys in the DMs helping. When y'all ain't shooting y'all shot because y'all married y'all homeboys in the DMs telling us about y'all other bitches. Come on, let's talk about it.
It ain't your homeboy then. That's not your homeboy if he in your DM or anything else like that. That's a nigga that's trying to slide on you.
Guess what? I've never went at no chick my homie mess with. Never. Not one time. Guess what? My homie, guess what? I never went at a chick my homie like. My homie liking you makes her unattractive to me.
She said we help. She's talking about men helping their homeboys.
She's talking about helping, bro.
Like helping them.
No, but she said
she talking about wingman, yo. She's talking
about. But that's not. If you single, that's a wingman.
We could literally just mute her right now.
She'll find a way through it, dog. She'll unmute herself, bitch.
30 seconds.
I do.
30 seconds is not gonna hurt.
Like he said though, men, when you help somebody, like when you end up like saying something about the conversation, I've been in a situation where I actually told my friend, "Hey, bro, I'm looking at your nigga cheating on you right now. I can literally take a picture of him cheating on you," and she get mad at me.
Right.
So
you gotta mind your business.
And she should. And she should get mad at you. You need to mind your motherfucking business.
You'll be at the cookout.
Yeah. Don't you want to eat? Don't you want to eat?
No, I'm good. But I mean, it's been situations like that. But now we actually had all three of us, and one of our other friends have actually had to have a sit down conversation about, do you want us to let you know if we see your nigga cheating? Do you want us to let you know?
I want to hear it, Tony.
Yeah. What y'all say?
If she got mad at you. If she got mad at you,
because I probably ain't gonna leave that nigga right now because I'm happy. So don't say shit to me, bitch. I'm happy.
There you go, Tony. There you go.
Because what I don't know, don't hurt me. Now, bitch, if I hate that nigga, tell me so we can kill this hoe. But right now, I'm happy. So don't tell me.
Trigger alert.
Nah, for real.
I don't care.
Ooh, hey, I'm so glad you
we
said
know
it, not me, Tony.
Trigger alert.
we know if Tony Boy come up missing
Yo,
What's
and
the
Tony
mug?
Man come
Harold
up missing.
Baskin. Harold
seriously.
Baskin.
First
You know what it
48 first 48 this episode, boy.
I
Tony
think
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna have
have
to
to do
Baskin.
a whole
normalize. Hey,
disclaimer at the
we gotta
beginning. Like, this
normalize
whole
black
shit is
men
triggering.
having more than women.
Tony and the
Have to.
B stand for
We're gonna have to
basket.
normalize that. We gotta normalize it.
Mind your business. Like I'm very much a person that believe in people minding their fucking
Hey, I got a quick story.
minding your business. Mind your business.
I got a quick
Okay.
story. Speaking of mind your business. Hey, I got a mind your business story. Hey, Ralph. I ain't never tell y'all this. Me and we was at the movies. Me and Malika was at the movies, right? So it's a couple and they laughing hysterically right beside us. And I ain't paid no mind, I ain't see it. So long story short, we want to know who the couple is laughing. It turns out we see one of our uncles, right? And I didn't see he was with a lady. It was Uncle Rodney, right? So at first, I tapped Malika like, oh shit, let's go Uncle Rodney. He with a woman, right? No, we look away like, don't say nothing. Mind your fucking business.
Right.
In the end, it turns out it was actually our aunt. She was hiding behind, not hiding. She was kind of off to somebody else. So we had to pretend like we just saw them like, hey, how y'all doing? Because otherwise, I was going to shut up and they was going to never know I seen Uncle Rodney with the side chick at the movies. That's just what it was going to be.
Period.
I didn't.
That's funny.
I got shit
Right, Mark.
that I'm probably gonna take the mic.
Just saying.
This nigga laughing at his own joke.
Yo,
No, he laughing at cool.
I'm laughing at cool. I'm laughing at cool because he can say white boss. I got shit I'm taking to my grave. Fuck it.
I had an uncle tell me, like, we was out and he was like, yo, nephew, whatever happened. If you don't get out of my face with that shit, I do not care about what you doing tonight. I got my own thing going on.
Oh God.
I'm not worried about you.
Bro, like my I keep saying my dad was a pimp, so he taught me that shit early. Like, you mind your business and you gonna keep it pushing. Like, and when I realized that my brother is 37 years older than me, then I said, you know what? It ain't none of my business. I'm gonna keep it moving.
You got to, because I got a whole bunch of questions right now. Y'all need to invite me to dinner. I got questions.
Oh, come on. What you went to ask?
No.
You always
Hold on,
welcome.
hold on.
Ask away.
I got
Tony,
a topic that you sent me.
Okay.
I want to cover. I've been trying to cover it for about 20 minutes, but it is what it is. So, and I'm gonna answer it first, okay? So I'm going first. So don't nobody even try. Give a nigga a minute, all right? So she said, why do you marry the good girl when the fun girl is the one you want? And I believe that.
Oh, shit.
How do I turn my mic off?
Right. Go ahead, Flush.
Hey, bro, how do I delete my mic?
That's not fair. Y'all should be open and honest on here. Everybody's disappearing. Everyone's disappearing.
She said, period.
Everyone's disappearing. Come back.
I'm here.
Let's see, what I believe happens is people get so caught up. I think it is fun. I think that woman is the fun woman when y'all are dating and y'all are going through all that. I believe that with life happening, whether y'all having kids and careers, that sometimes we lose track of being what brought us to this place. You get what I'm saying? So I'm a firm believer in no matter what goes on, we still got to be us at the end of the day. No matter, kids, jobs, family events, whatever. We still got to find time and find it to be what got us here. And I think people lose that. And I think that's what happens. I don't think somebody marries. I think when you get married to that woman, she's that fun woman for you. And I think maybe you lose something and she probably feel the same way. Maybe you're not as attentive and you're not doing some things and maybe she's not, and things happen in life, but you have to find time for that to keep it that way. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what happens sometimes. And I feel like people just have to go the extra mile. Remember that at the end of the day, we are still whatever our first names are before dad, mom, boss, employee, whatever. We got to get back to that and keep that fresh.
But
we got to stop it. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I think something that I've learned, like reading between the lines of what some things that Cool said about his relationship in regards to his marriage. A lot of these, like, it happens in stages. So like my wife and I, we got young children still. So we at the point now where we're like raising our family, and she, we're at the point now where it's kind of like you'll get frustrated because like date night will get skipped, or you know what I'm saying, because other things come up in regards to like taking care of the family, just raising your family in your household. And her frustration with it may be more present than mine, because I'm looking at it like, babe, like we in forever. So they not gonna be 2 and 8 forever. You know what I'm saying? So when they're in a situation where they're a little bit more independent, then we'll have that opportunity to have quite far more time to ourselves than what we have now. And like I think far too often than not, we get like some people when they marry, they in their mind they're thinking like as a unit, right? But then ultimately we're all selfish creatures. So the selfishness will become present eventually, where you like, well, I want this and I want this now. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not how it's going to always work out day to day. You just gotta be patient and communicate ultimately to establish some opportunity for progress.
Speaking of communication, to the question at hand, when you talk about like fun versus whatever, I think like I don't even know if it's coining the phrase, but like there's such a thing, especially generationally, we put uh women on a pedestal. Like the fellas that heard me talk about this before, and it's a such thing as even losing yourself as a man, or allowing your woman to allowing the situation to kind of castrate you, so to speak. And not that you're doing it on purpose, not that the woman does it on purpose, but if you was out and about, or a man of the town, and you have this conception that marriage is supposed to be, because I got married, I don't have eyeballs, and I can't see the girl with the big butt in church. Like that's ridiculous, right? To pretend and do all of that kind of stuff. So for me, you learn to continue to be the man that you are, and from a communication standpoint, it came up before where my wife thought she might have been a little freakier than I thought, right? And it came up with a whole idea about like a freaky score. It was on one of them housewives or something at the time. And a long and short, our situation in that area got better because we were able to willing to communicate with each other about what each other wanted in that space. And before, I might not have verbalized what I wanted, but if it was, say, a strange woman, you could tell them anything, because who are they? This whole false pedestal. And now I'll say it behind, like I should have never put you on a pedestal, not like in a bad way. Never think that I couldn't have been myself and expressed what I wanted early in the process. And that was a mistake, if you will, on my end. But like people are going to grow, and the choice is, are you going to grow together or are you going to grow separate? So some people either choose to continue to grow together, and some people grow separate. So I don't think men go out and just choose like the boring chick, you know what I'm saying, like and more recently, y'all like this, we in a generation of city girls and that shit, like, so, and hoes winning, people say all of that. That's not even no knock, and that's not no judgment, right? I think it's good that people are in a specific truth, and everybody, men and women, could come to the table with truth first. If men come to the table and say, I'm dating 5 of y'all, right? You 6. Either you're gonna stay or you're gonna go. Like that will save a lot of windows, a lot of fucking tires, flat out.
Windows
I
and
don't think.
tires.
I don't think so.
I agree.
Let's talk about fun, and whatever you said, the good girl or whatever. Let's get a little more transparent with that. Do I like fucking you like that, or don't I? Because at the end of the day, I think that's what we're really talking about. Like, what is the fun girl? That's chick you really like fucking. Y'all go out and have a good time. And then you may see the chick that he married seems to be a little more squarish, which I'll tell you this, that's an illusion too. Because when that chick hit her 30s and 40s, she might turn into a bona fide freak. That's just how maturation process goes. But I'm going to say it like this. Men really, I think, in my heart, I really want my wife, no matter what, to be a slut. I just don't want her to do it in a manner that's publicly displayed. So at the end of the day, is we fucking? Do we like
talk your
fucking?
talk, King?
If you was pulling your panties to the side behind a dumpster before we got married, I don't give a fuck about these kids being born. At some point, we gonna find time to go behind that same dumpster, and I'm gonna fuck you with your panties to the side. Like at the end of the day, that's men are driven in their younger age with that. And women will, they eventually go that route too. We can talk about cyclic sex with women and all that shit and how y'all get. But I think that at the end of the day, do he like fucking you? Do she like fucking you? Do y'all find each other desirable? I don't know why we run away from the basic instinct of why people are attracted to one another. That other shit, we do need to figure it out. But if he don't like fucking you, if she don't like fucking you, that shit it's bound to change at some point. I'm not saying that it's everything, but I like fucking my wife. Hey, that probably is a main reason why I've been able to be married almost 18 years. I really like fucking my wife. And our freakiness didn't fucking change. We had kids. We had all kind of bullshit pop off. But that was something that we found with each other to be very relatable. So I guess that is the fun girl. That initially when I seen her in the 10th grade, I'm like, I want to fuck. And I've been fucking her ever since. So if he like fucking you. Now, if we get married, and this happens, it's been a conversation of this, y'all get together and the fucking change, y'all can't fuck the same. You don't want to suck no dick. I don't want to suck no dick. Or, you start getting into that situation. Even for him, like, I don't want to eat no pussy. Like, y'all get like that. Hey, the storm is coming. But if you've been sucking the same dick the way you've been sucking for damn near 20 years, we can get past all that other shit. I don't care.
He preaching. He preaching.
Why he got to say pussy and dick, and I had to calm down? I just want to know.
We was playing with you. We was playing with you.
I just want to know.
You can say whatever you want to say.
Say what you was holding back.
I just want to know.
That pussy on the pedestal thing, I'm glad y'all brought that up, because what happens is, and this, I want to say this to the ladies. I know, y'all be mad at me when I be saying stuff. I love y'all. You can't leverage that pussy off and think that that's your saving grace for your entire duration of your relationship or your life. Because there's so much pussy out there. Like, a man do want you to bring more to the table. But often what happens is, what some women do is, the pussy becomes the prize. It's like, okay, this is the prize. Marry me. Nigga get it. He ain't really into it like that, and he can veer off. Or maybe you just ain't freaky enough for that nigga. Like I said, at heart, a man really wants to spend the rest of his life with the most dirtiest slut in his mind, that she just won't do it with nobody else. That's it.
Okay.
That motherfucker.
I think that consistency thing.
No,
I really think that consistency thing is like, no matter what, I still need you to be that. That's what I'm saying. Where it goes back to being whatever our name is, being Hanif all the time, being that same Hanif that you wanted to marry, being that guy then. What my wife's name is, her being her all the time, regardless of whatever's going on. I still need you to be that. You still need me to be that. And another thing too, like, that guys kill me with, is like, we want our women to keep our nails done, keep her feet done, keep her hair done. Man, make sure you in the barbershop, make sure you keeping your shit right, make sure you smelling good. You get what I'm saying? Be that same nigga that she start fucking with. You know what I'm saying?
See, I just, you know what I'm saying, like you said, I want to be, I gotta be taken care of. And you know what I'm saying, I want you to appreciate me and love me. Shit, I want you to love me like Tony, whatever she eating right now. She loving that shit. She fucking it up. I want you to love me the exact same way. She fucking that up. Love me like that. Put love on me.
Shoot.
You just met me. Let's not.
Oh no, don't. Ain't no holding here. No holding here, sweetheart.
Man, let that bitch go from half court, boy.
Kobe.
This nigga said, love me like Tony love whatever she eating right. Tony, what you eating right now,
It's
Tony?
like popcorn. It's like Is it popcorn?
I'm eating popcorn. So can we talk, or y'all done telling us y'all?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I want to hear from y'all.
Okay, so it was cute. All of y'all answers were nice. They sounded very married. But we're talking about these we're talking about these people that got married. They're good girls. They got married the girl they were with for 10 years because she stuck around while you was cheating with the bitch you really wanted to be. We're talking about the men that are with women because she looks nice next to them, but the woman he really wants does all those other things, and it doesn't equivalent to sex. It's a lot of men that are with certain women because they 9 o'clock breakfast made, 12 o'clock lunch made, 6 o'clock dinner made. I know she not gonna run the streets. I know she not gonna compete with me. I know she gonna let me issue this money out to you. I know she that. But he really on the cool, his side chick, the woman he called, the one who know his deepest secrets, the one who really got the insurance policy on him, the one who really gonna cash out on him, that woman, that's the woman he really want to be, and she's the total opposite.
He don't want to be with her.
So why he not with her then?
He
Why he not with her
He
then,
don't want to
Tony?
be with her.
Tony, why he not with her then, Tony?
I'm gonna tell you why he don't want to be with her.
He's not with her because he's been conditioned to think that he needs to be with that other bitch.
No, that's not it. Can I?
When a woman want to just have somebody, oh, I'm gonna have somebody to play with. I'm gonna have somebody I'm gonna just chill with. She okay with that. At that stage, she cool with it on that situation. But when it comes to the time to marry, a lot of men marry what is easy, what is convenient, what allows them to keep living the lifestyle they've been living.
Because she deserves it. He married the woman that deserved to get married because that's a fucking wife. At the end of the day, what is marriage? This is where we get fucked up as a people, black people. We be marrying for the wrong reason. Who the fuck should be marrying for love? You need to be marrying for the organization. A chick like that gonna hold the organization down. A lot of our grandmas was that, which is why we're here, which is why we had a nice place to go to and fucking eat after school and shit. Because she understands, hey, I got what is called staying power. I'm going to be with this man, support him all the way out till he kind of fucking slow down and realize he got a good situation, which happens with men. And we're going to continue this thing on that we have as a marriage. Because I'm going to tell you what, newsflash with the side chick that you were talking about, she's going to do the exact same fucking thing when she ends up in her spot. She going to go from being fun, she going to go from being all that shit you talking about to somebody who wants you to be accountable, somebody that wants you to show up most of the time. And I've been in them places before where I've seen women shake their head all the time and say, no, not me. Oh yeah, when a nigga give you that time and put you in that position, that often happens. So I don't feel like that woman is easy per se. And I don't necessarily think the side chick is necessarily a fun girl. But at the time that he's entertaining the situation, this is balance. And there's a science to that. I could break this shit down. I really could. But I'll let y'all talk.
I don't want to say nothing.
Can I tell? Okay. Let me tell you why.
I really do feel that if a nigga want to be with you, he's going to be with you. Like, there's no, I can't be with you if you do this. If he really wants to be with you, he's going to be with you.
It's the same way, like, a man.
I can't understand you.
That's very true. But some people marry for what is convenient. Marry for Brittany, that little show we watching with the black man, he kind of gay. And he got the woman. She didn't move there, and his family don't like her. You know, they got the bread. The black man. And so he's really marrying her, right? Because she gonna be his beard, because really he gay. But his family got money, right? But his family don't want her because she broke. And so he been hiding her away. He really do love this woman, but he really can't be with her because of his status and who his family is. That man is gonna go off and marry somebody totally different so he can have this image instead of being with what he really wants.
He ain't no man.
A lot of people living that life, and that's a fucked up life to live.
I'm glad his family is telling him that. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm glad that his fucking family told him, say, nigga, the type of woman that you need to have in your life needs to have this amount of money because that's what marriage is about. Listen, bro.
Listen. Whoa. Yo, listen. Ain't nobody in my family telling me a motherfucking thing about my heart and who I'm going to be with. Listen, if we family, hold on. If you, you gonna get a second. If we family, and you love me, you gonna accept who I love. The same way, and it's different. Like me and Rel relationship as friends. If Rel tell me, yo, that's my guy, that's folks, then you my folks. You get what I'm saying? That's how I should be with family. If I tell my mom, God rest her soul, yo, I love her. And this is who I want to be with. She should accept it no matter what her pocket look like to me. That's just how
We're
I feel
men,
about
though.
it.
We're men, bro. You're a man, so we gonna say that. But let me finish this point, at least in regards to that, because I think we get sidetracked in life, okay, about what our purpose is in a relationship. A marriage is not all about fucking being in love with one another. It's a whole goddamn organization. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: if the money get funny anyway, y'all gonna be fucked up. So the one thing that woman wants you to do as a man, she wants you to be able to provide for her, or at least help and assist in the situation financially to function. She don't want you fucking up the bread. She don't want you fucking up the system. So if his family's giving him that game, whatever your situation is, I'm not against that. It doesn't necessarily mean they could also see it this way. You may like fucking her, son, but she's broke, her family's trash, and she could be a liability. That shit happens. That's fucking true. And that's how you need to be thinking about it when you sign this business contract.
Like with men, what if? Because I'm put it out here like this. I did not grow up poor. I didn't grow up super rich, but I grew up seeing things what I wanted I could get. But I don't necessarily date those same type of men. I haven't dated those same type of men. Didn't mean he was no less. He might have got his money a different way than what I'm used to seeing, but that didn't make him no less of a man.
Right.
That doesn't mean he couldn't have become a leader and got that bread eventually. That just means he don't have it now. That doesn't count him out. They count her out behind some money.
Yeah, they should. I'm sorry, they should.
She could be a
I
leader.
think we need to count people out more.
She could be a leader in other aspects. Yes, she might not have bread, but she can be the secretary in your business and help in the office. Maybe she can keep your home. Maybe she can be able to travel. Maybe she knows other things. Everybody was not given the same opportunity as children to grow up.
I agree.
Everybody,
and that's why they have movies like Maid in Manhattan and shit like that. But what I remember, one of my friends telling me about people of other cultures, Caucasian people, they don't marry for love. They marry for stability. Like if they're to say, and Black people are some of the only people that really do marry for love. Like you can marry a nigga that's in a real fucked up situation and think that, I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know if you're thinking it's magically gonna change, but shit is still
like people get married that's in jail. Like people marry people that's in jail.
Like all of my friends from high school, like my white friends, they're all in really who?
People marry people that's
not my friends, my white friends. My white friends from high school, they all married lawyers and doctors and all of those kind of people. What are you talking about?
My twist is this.
What do you mean marry people that's in jail?
She's getting to the late.
Yeah, she is getting it to a late.
All right, so like I get I wouldn't want my any one of my children to marry somebody who's going to sit at home and just milk them and take advantage of what they're doing and their hard work they're putting in. I'm not saying that, but in the same token, I'm not going to tell them, oh well, she doesn't make enough money. She's a manager at McDonald's. You shouldn't be with her and marry her because she's a manager at McDonald's. She don't make 6 figures a year. I'm not going to say that. Now you shouldn't be. I don't want my child to be with somebody who they got to carry that. Or carry somebody. No, I don't want that. So I think it's a fine line, but
what would be the purpose of the marriage? Like, so again, we I think we run to marriage and we don't think about dating. I could date whoever the fuck I want to date.
Right.
I could love
a long time.
But we run to something that you have to pay to get into.
Right.
And you have to pay a hell of a lot more to get out of.
Right.
And also, when we're talking about bringing in kids who must now continue on a legacy, we're saying, oh, yeah, go with that love shit. Now, yeah, I love my wife. That's my high school sweetheart. Need you love your wife. I'm not saying that we don't have love for our women, but the way I would like to tell my son is it's cool to, love comes, bro. Love can come when you find somebody who is, again, accompanying you on the vision and your fucking journey. You just can't put anybody in that goddamn space and think that it's going to be okay. Because I'm telling you like this, when you running your thing and you doing your shit and she get comfortable, because if she a certain type of chick and she ain't used to certain shit, she gonna get fucking comfortable. You might have a fucking problem. You might come in that bitch every day and be like, God damn, I hope she can cut up a chicken or fucking cook or do something.
Right.
But if that's where she gonna be, what do you bring to the table? Because women are talking like this too. Like you just said, them white women, well, B just said this. The white women who married them lawyers and doctors, hey, you best goddamn believe they had that conversation. Hey, baby, what do you hear, lawyer? Yeah, that's what you need to rock. That's how you need to do it.
Like that too. Their mothers don't train them to be girlfriends. Their mothers don't train them to be somebody little boo. They don't see their mama with a little friend here, a little friend there. Their mothers teach them and train them to be wise. Our mothers are teaching us, you need to get a job. You need to have your degree. You need to make your own money. You need to make sure you can stand on your own. You need to make sure if that nigga leave, you can take care of your own household. But do get a husband because that will help. And then you got these other girls that I need a Birkin. I need him to pay all my bills. I need him to buy me a car. If he ain't icing me out, if he ain't investing, he's not a real man. When does the line teeter from becoming someone's dependent? Because a lot of these women could be carried on folks' taxes. And then when does it come to just wanting to be with the man that's gonna make sure the y'all are stable? Because I think a lot of people, because of the internet, has that misconception fucked up right now. And because they niggas not buying Birkins and buying cars and investing in business, that mean that man ain't got no money, so he's not a good man. When he might not have $100K in the bank, but he gonna make sure them lights still on. Y'all got a car to and from work. Bills are paid in the house. Y'all can't do lavish shit right now, but it's coming because he working and he getting to it. Those are the type. That's where that line get misconstrued.
But what is marriage? Is not a.
Because I don't. When he's like 45. Pushing him and he's still working like menial jobs and we're still struggling, then that no longer is fun. And I don't believe in your dream.
But marriage is not a service. See, this is what we need to understand. Even though women do push monogamy, the marriage is not for her. The marriage is for the man because it's the continuation of his namesake. It's the continuation of his legacy. So he needs to be prepared for it. He needs to come in, pick the right mate who's applicable again for his vision and his journey. He needs to come in with some understanding of who he is and where he wants the vision of the family to go. And if we get brothers to think like this and society to think like this, we'll start getting all that shit out of there, men and women who don't want to be a part of that. Because the truth is, there are many men that don't want to have kids. They don't want to have a legacy. There are many women that don't necessarily want to be, in a marriage and in a relationship. And that's where you get these different types of,
Don't want to be monogamous.
Don't want to be monogamous. So you get the, the side chicks and things like that. So we have to be understanding of what the marriage is for. First off, marriage is not a service. This is what I mean. I don't get up and go to work to travel with you. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not preparing a life so you can have a good fucking time. It is to not only provide stability, but to make sure we can get an increase and provide for the kids once we're done. So that when they go into the family union, we in our 90s and we see all our grandkids out there, hopefully our ideology has went through all throughout that family and we can make other great generations. And I think that's where we got us. I hear a lot of, no disrespect to the women here, but I hear a lot of sisters talking about that from the benefits of the marriage for them. And it's like a lot of niggas, I see a lot of men who cower to that. They settle for that. Their whole vision becomes making her happy, making happy wife happy. Like, nigga, the marriage is not for her. She is to accompany you on the vision or where you going. Either she fit that shit or she just fucking don't. Marriage is not a service. So really, we probably should take marriage off the table of discussion in many times and just talk about dating. Because I don't think many people are ready for marriage anyway.
And baby,
you talking some shit right there, Juice. I can't even.
But if we stop dating what social media tell us to date and date what truly we probably will be a lot happier. If people stop telling what goes on in their relationship on social media and be engaging if they in a normal relationship, if he's a good man, if she's a good woman based off of what people say on the internet, that would kind of side that feeling too. Because a lot of people they're using public's opinion to gauge. There would be a lot more people in polygamous relationships if they didn't give a fuck about what people said.
And I agree with that.
That's like with the whole Russell Ho. Everybody want they Russell Wilson now, but
threesomes wouldn't be taboo.
Every woman want they Russell Wilson now, but Russell Wilson without being a quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, is he really what you checking for? Jay-Z without rapping and all that, looking at
no.
Russell does not give me protection vibes. He gives me fight.
See, Tony, you feel that way about Russell Wilson. No, I feel like he's a protector.
Y'all telling me a man who plays NFL football don't give you protection vibes? You know what he do for a living?
Yeah, I watched him play. He's a very awesome player. He made some very good plays yesterday. He comes in the clutch all the time.
He not no little guy neither. He might look little. He might look little around them other guys. He not
getting hit.
Nothing to do with fighting.
Vibes, she said.
Tony thinks he's gay for some reason. I don't understand why.
Oh no, I don't think dog like that.
I do.
Y'all the group chat. Y'all the group chat eating, boy. I tell you that. Y'all the group chat snacking.
So I think
I missed y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
It's because it's
I'm sorry.
Before I got on.
That's what we gonna do. This we gonna do.
This what we gonna do. You gotta kind of.
Okay, I'm gonna put my food up. I'm done.
When you see the man, you gotta know what type of man works for your household. What worked for me?
Amen.
Me and my household straight. And then if I don't go tell Jennifer and Brittany what's going on, I don't have to worry about what they feel about in my house because I haven't told them nothing to base their opinion off of. But as soon as we be like, girl, let me tell you what he did last night. And then when I try to
talk too much, though.
They pissed off. Like, they like, bitch, why you still fucking with that nigga? Like, when you just telling me, so then you got your homegirl, girl, I wouldn't even be fucking with that nigga. Trying to help you cheat. She trying to help you. Oh, you ain't see him? Such and such. He told me he seen you. He seen you out. And he was da-da-da. Your homegirl gonna start slipping that shit in when before she was on some shit like, bitch, you know, she got a nigga. She ain't looking for nobody. So you have to be careful of giving the public's opinion room in your relationship and start doing what makes you happy in your household. Start doing what makes you happy. No. You and your nigga want a bitch. You and your nigga get a bitch. And it be between you, your nigga, and that bitch. You don't gotta tell nobody. You don't gotta tell a soul.
No, hold up, y'all. Hold up. Now I'm starting to see. See, Tony, that's how y'all talk. Men don't talk like that. Men don't be like, yo, you know, old girl checking for you. We don't do that with each other. Like that's an area you just hit us with. I don't, fellas, am I wrong? We don't sit back here.
No, there's some niggas that still be talking, that be telling other people, I saw so-and-so bitch. Ooh. And yeah, I seen her out and about. I seen blah, 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 blah.
No. That's not what she said.
It's definitely some niggas like that.
That sound like
what
women.
She said was,
that's some soft ass niggas.
What she said,
that's some soft niggas.
No. What she said was, oh, I just seen what's name. He said he seen you. I'm not expecting telling my homie like, yo, Tamika from remember the one from down the block back in the day? She seen you and she was like, we don't do that. Men don't do that.
Niggas run that T-back all the time.
That's them broadish ass niggas.
I was say, what nigga you know do that? You stop talking to him.
That's that nigga. That's that nigga who.
You don't know no real men who do that. Cut it out.
I'm the young boy of the group, and I don't know no niggas to do that. At least I don't even talk to them. So
this is what we gonna do. We gotta do a part 2 or something. We gotta figure this out because there ain't enough time in the day. So I'm saying like, how next Monday look? Because I got a couple more things we gotta address. Britt, you gonna be done with
I just want to say, there are dudes that do be talking like that because I used to talk to one of them. And I'm not gonna name any names, and y'all know who I'm talking about because all they friends all talk.
All they
bitches. discuss all the stuff, and they're all working men with families and wives, and they still be like talking about bitches. Like, stop. So
That's the
yes,
reason. That's the reason.
that is
That's
true.
the reason why
Maybe that's a
you can talk to
southern
him.
thing. Then
That's
let's do
why
that.
you can
Maybe
talk
it's
to
a
him.
southern thing.
Bitch, that ain't no southern thing. That's a nigga thing.
No,
Niggas
that-
pillow
That's
talk
not
and they run
neither,
they
because
No,
fucking
I'm
no.
right
mouth.
here in Houston and I would never participate in anything like that. I'm gonna
That's
tell you
a-
like this.
Niggas pillow talk and they run they fucking mouth.
That
If you
a
pop
lot
up
of
like a goofy, I'm not hanging out with you, bro.
Right.
Never.
Okay, so
Never.
this was
so y'all audience can understand Groupchat Live does not promote cheating. We don't promote domestic violence. And we do good by these niggas when they do good by us. And we don't necessarily need a Birkin to make sure you our husband, but we need the
Oh, the Birkin bag came up. Oh,
listen. This is
You
brother.
gotta order. You gotta. Oh, go ahead.
This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 116. This is part 1. We're gonna bring y'all back because I got a bunch of stuff. I had a list full of stuff that we didn't get to cover. And we
I got something for that Birkin bag shit too.
We can be here for another hour and a half doing this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say
Can I ask a question before we go, yo? Like, what's up with this Birkin bag shit? I don't get it.
Because
Birkin bags
Most of these bags are fake.
Bro, I'm gonna give it to you, bro.
You have to specially
I
order
don't,
these
I don't
bags.
care about it being fake. Where did the love?
I'm gonna give it to you. So Quavo girl said, if he can't buy you no Birkin bag, get rid of him.
It's been
Keep
there
in mind-
since Sex in the City.
No,
Keep in mind.
it started 2 months ago when the Birkin bags started getting, and one of the rapper girlfriends got 3 Birkin bags. Mayweather's daughter Yaya said a lot of these Birkin bags are not looking real because she had the real, like the ambassador of Birkin. So she started throwing shots on social media at people saying that these bags are looking a little fake. Because you know how you have to get a bag.
Bro,
You got a special order.
95% of the
Ain't it
people.
Hermes? Ain't it?
Yeah.
Weekend, and she said it, and then Cardi hopped on there and said it. The only people that I never had shit have these type of conversations because you damn sure don't see people with real ass money having conversations about a fucking Birkin bag.
95% of the people on the planet never gonna see a real fucking Birkin bag. Like, just be clear.
They like $9,000, right? Or some
That's
shit.
on the low
They
end.
different prices, but they
That's on the
expensive.
low end.
240B got one today, and Offset receipt said $250,000.
Yeah.
Yo,
They stupid.
Jay-Z went from a millionaire with 10 chains on to a billionaire with 1 chain on.
Just give them people your money for no reason. And let's talk about it. Give them free press. Who the fuck is Birkin and what they do for your family? Do they help us stop killing us in the streets? That shit burn.
Do that bag make you fly away? Do that bag give you wings? Like, what the
Birkin, they
fuck
got a
did that
racist
bag?
history, I'm
All
certain.
of this is that
Oh,
the fucked up part about this is Friday is the last day to early vote. Next Tuesday, we vote for a president. There's a fucking pandemic going on. Unemployment is still low. People are still dying. The fucking president is running around like a dumbass with no mask on. You coon ass niggas. Breonna Taylor's officers have not went to jail. Your boyfriend probably is getting profiled for some shit he probably ain't done. You niggas can't get the same shit or get paid, and y'all arguing over a bullshit ass Birkin, and them white people probably calling us niggas when they make that shit. Fuck all them people that's talking about this shit. Fuck every last person. Because you niggas really showing that y'all ain't really had nothing. Y'all ain't grew up with nothing. You niggas had crumbs and shit as kids because y'all arguing about a Birkin bag as grown people. Take that shit.
Ooh, Tony, that's kind of harsh.
Yeah.
And we're going to end it right
Crumbs
here.
as kids.
Yo, Rel, this is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 116. To be continued.
Bye.
Bye, yo.
You need to be my fucking translator.
Thank
need to
you,
be a fucking
ladies.
translator on here. I like that shit.
You chat live. Ladies, thank you so much.
Oh, that was dumb.